First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. And keep it up. Keep it up.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So that'll back him up 5. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. Now Balaj. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. They're able to locate Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 10 more there and another 1st down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Middle.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Going deep here for Stills. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Stills the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. On the ground, Kamara. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 92 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. He'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
It's second down.
On second down, here's Rosen. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A first down there on a pickup of 25. From midfield now, here's Rosen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here first and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Kiko Alonso just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Anzalone came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Rosen back into his end zone. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Third and long here for Rosen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Saints. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight end.
Now it's the backup Bridgewater. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
On 1st down, Murray. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd down. Here's an option right. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Snags it for the pick, and he will take it on out to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Mack. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half, maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. It's Hill, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Awesome.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
I got you, pop. Smoke. Yeah. Go. Yeah.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Kayvon Webster on the defensive side able to get a hand in. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot. Because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. And out come the Dolphins now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, let's go. Ready?
Now back to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This quarterback now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. A toss to Murray. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
Wonder how they did it. Wonder if they twitched a little bit up front, a little subtle head movement the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
It's our time. It's our time.
They'll throw now on the final play. They'll rifle this one deep right side. It got his man complete. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Second half starts with a run by Murray. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On second down, it's Murray.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, they're going option left. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go, Heavy. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
That was second down run for Murray.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Open man, it's Keith Kirkwood. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Cameron Meredith, 54 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down. Right at the 20.
Go! Let's go!
We go! 60 yards. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Speed dribble, speed dribble.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Murray fighting, lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Set, 30 base. Pilot, 64, weak.
They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Ready to break.
I don't think you got it, son. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Let's go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 23 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's see what you got.
1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Hill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
I-7.
Hill going back to the air on 2nd down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Get up! Get up!
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Check 52. Check 52. Come on. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Watch safety creep.
Strong.
Safety creep.
They'll start on the ground with Delage.
It's wrong.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. On play action, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to Meredith. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Fitzpatrick. He'll set up the screen to Balazs. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Throwing again on second down. Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it'll bring up third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll drop to throw, and he's got it to Hurns. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
You draw quarters. 52 and 56, 52 and 56.
Throwing again here. Fitzpatrick on 2nd and 10. Stepping up. He'll try and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. The Dolphins on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Fitzpatrick. And he's got it. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
21, Saints 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line.
It's been a long day for you.
Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Here we go.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Mike, check, 59, 59.
Hey, exit.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
Deep grip.
Throwing again. Hill. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
61.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
Kill.
Quick one.
47-yard line.
Hey, wahoo. Get it.
To the air again. Hill. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this.
Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Put 50 extra money. Hey, tight. Double tight. Hey. 4 down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
I got one.
They go play action. Fitzpatrick. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Play action now. Fitzpatrick. That's going to be caught. 23 yards, the final tally.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Fitzpatrick again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. From a yard out. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like him? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Set. 60 yards. Hustle, hustle.
You got tight. You got tight right
now.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. He'll have a first down past the 40. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big run that time by Murray. 65 yards. So a big carry there, maybe trying to atone for that fumble he had earlier in this one.
Yeah, I know every coach always tells you, shake it off, let it go. You know it's in your head. You want to make up for it, and he did exactly that on that play. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They come out here in the eye. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
On the ball, fight.
They stay on the ground with Allen. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Javorius Allen taking it in. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
58, come on. All right.
Kill.
Let's go, V, let's go.
Left.
Fitzpatrick to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Hey, Jack. Go.
Hill. Flushed out. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Hey, Haywood!
Hill now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Hill now to throw. And Hill with it over the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Craig Robertson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.